Okay, this how-to video is going to talk about the delay tune command, which is a command that you can use to add length to existing tracks to match. So if you had a rule such as a total etch length or a propagation delay rule that you needed to match lengths of traces together, you'll see some DRC errors on the design. So if we go into the general edit mode, we'll just make sure we can see the DRC error. You can see I've got a propagation delay error here. I need to meet plus or minus 0.5 millimeter. And I'm not meeting that length by about 4.5 millimeters. Just to clarify that, if we go to Constraint Manager, we look at the Electrical tab, Net, Routing, Relative Propagation Delay. You can see I've got a byte lane here. There's a target value, and all of these traces aren't meeting that length. So to be able to use this command, we can go to the Root and Delay Tune commands. I get different options available in my options pane. So if I pick one of the traces that I want to start to delay, I can start to add delay, and this is effectively using an accordion style. It's centered, so if I take the centering off, it's only going to be on one side or the other. It's using 1 times the space, and it's using 90-degree corners. If I change that to 45, you can obviously see the graphical representation here. If I change that to arcs, you can obviously see I get arcs here as well. We could go 2 times the space, or 2 times the width, and I would get a bigger accordion style. So you have different options here, or you can put a specific value in here of what kind of clearance that you need. And I'm also getting a heads-up display, so if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the canvas, you can see I get this heads-up display that effectively tells me how much length I'm adding. So I've got red going to green. When it meets green, it's meeting the target. If I go too far, obviously, it then goes back to being red. So we can obviously get a good idea of where we're trying to meet the constraints. When I click OK, my DRC disappears. We'll do a different tile. Let's do a trombone style here. So you will see the representation of a trombone. Let's take the centered off, and then you'll get the trombone style of delay tuning that we can add on here. And then there's also a sawtooth. So if we try and add a sawtooth here, probably haven't got enough room in this root to be able to do that. So let's do a little bit of sawtooth and a little bit of a trombone. Or let's use an accordion actually. And what I'm trying to do is get rid of all of the DRCs here, so we'll just use some more delay here. Differential pair, it's going to work on both sides of the differential pair. Maybe I don't want to use arcs, let's use 45 degrees. And I'm clearing all the DRC errors. If I then go back to Constraint Manager and we'll just analyze the byte lane again, you can see that it's all gone green. This is actually a different match group, this red, and I'm now meeting my constraint.